how do we position physical therapy so that the system does not merely sees us as a low-cost visit provider, but as a high-value clinical decision maker? That is where the future must go. And here is a principle that every practice owner must understand. Payment follows perceived value. I'm going to say that again. Payment follows perceived value. And it does not do it always fairly or immediately or logically. But over time, payment follows what the system believes you are worth. So if the system sees physical therapy as exercise, stretching, massage, modalities, then payment will reflect that limited view. But if the system sees physical therapy as a downstream service that only begins after a physician referral, then payment will reflect that. If the system sees physical therapy as a commodity, then payment will become commodity pricing. But if the system sees physical therapists as primary care neuromusculoskeletal providers, if the system sees us as clinicians who can evaluate, screen, diagnose, triage, manage, refer appropriately, reduce unnecessary utilization, and provide measurable outcomes, then the payment conversation changes. That is the shift. We can not only ask to be paid more, we must also show why we are worth more. And this is where diagnostics becomes so important. Actually, my friends, since the inception of hands-on diagnostics in 2013, we have been talking about this issue. We have been advocating for higher reimbursement, but not just higher reimbursement because we want more, but higher reimbursement because physical therapists can offer more value to the healthcare system. And one of the clearest ways to offer more value is to become diagnostic providers. So let's talk about diagnostics. Why diagnostics change the payment conversation? When a physical therapist can perform and integrate diagnostic testing, such as EMG, nerve conduction studies, musculoskeletal ultrasound, SSCP, and other diagnostic procedures, something important happens. The physical therapist is no longer only treating after someone else has defined the problem. The physical therapist becomes part of the diagnostic decision-making process. And that changes the clinical role. And when the clinical role changes, the economic role can change. Think about the typical patient journey, right? A patient has numbness, tingling, weakness, pain, or a functional limitation. They may go from primary care to imaging, to a specialist, to medication, to injection, to therapy, often over weeks or months. What if the physical therapist could evaluate that patient earlier? What if the physical therapist could determine whether this is a musculoskeletal problem, a peripheral nerve problem, a radiculopathy, an entrapment neuropathy, a tendon pathology, a joint pathology, or a condition requiring referral? What if the physical therapist could identify red flags earlier? What if the PT could reduce unnecessary referrals and unnecessary imaging? What if the physical therapist could communicate with physicians and payers with objective diagnostic data? That is a different level of value. That is not just more visits. That is better clinical navigation, better resource utilization. That is the kind of value the healthcare system claims it wants. And that is exactly why diagnostics must be part of the future of physical therapy.